The EA and Star Wars Battlefront 2 situation was a very interesting situation for gamers. A lot of gamers were not happy with the way you had to unlock things in Battlefront 2 and how there were restrictive paywalls to basically access these things in a timely manner. And they spoke up, they rallied together, and they took down EA, at least momentarily, and suspended the DLC microtransactions for day one in Star Wars Battlefront 2. And there's been this whole ripple effect from it. You know, they're getting lambasted on Wall Street. Their parent company, Disney, for this situation, because of the Star Wars license, is very unhappy with EA and the way that they handled this situation, and there's a lot of ramifications from this. Yes, we all know that the DLC will be available at a later time. Yes, we all know that this is a battle in a greater war against, you know, unfair practices within the video game industry, but to take a shot at the giant EA and actually, you know, penetrate their defense force and make a difference in the world of gaming is a pretty positive thing, and I think it's a really promising thing that gamers came together and handled this situation the way they did. One of my Patreon members, Alan, though, was like, hey dude, you know, the Star Wars situation was great, but why did you never talk about what Activision is proposing and their new patent? And I was like, Activision? What are you talking about? And he was like, dude, like a month ago, they got clearance to get this patent that was finally approved. That's just disgusting, and it's crazy. So I looked into the patent, and this is the most evil, disgusting, vile, infuriating patent I've ever seen when it comes to video games. Activision is literally trying to be the sleaziest, most disgusting video game company in the entire world. And this patent, if they decide to implement it into any of their games, is just, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that somebody at Activision thought, hey, you know what? This is a really good idea. And I think people will really like this idea, because now Activision is the most vile, disgusting, sleaziest company in video gaming. So what is this patent I'm talking about? How did I miss this? And did you miss this information? Let's talk about Activision's new patent and why it's disgusting for the video gaming industry. So like I said, this isn't exactly a super fresh topic. This news broke about a month ago, but I never saw any of my YouTube buddies really talking about it. I didn't see much about it on the internet, and it seems like the whole EA and Star Wars situation pretty much overshadowed this, because this was actually being implemented, whereas this is just a patent that has just recently been approved, so it could potentially be implemented. But good Lord, if Activision ever puts this in any of their games, that is it. It is game over. Activision needs to be knocked down a peg. So the patent is called the System and Method for Driving Microtransactions in Multiplayer Video Games. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue? Doesn't that just sound like the most positive thing in the world for driving microtransactions in video games? Oh folks, this is just so vile. This is just so disgusting. It's literally amazing. Here are some of the highlights of the patent from Activision. For example, in one implementation, the system may include a microtransaction engine that arranges matches to influence game-related purchases. For instance, the microtransaction engine may match a more expert marquee player with a junior player to encourage the junior player to make game-related purchases of items possessed and used by the marquee player. A junior player may wish to emulate the marquee player by obtaining weapons or other items used by the marquee player. So basically what they're saying with this is, you know, the scrub tier players are going to want to have the items that the marquee player has because, you know, they're playing better than them. But it gets way more sinister than that. It gets way more disgusting than that, because a junior player, a scrub tier player, shouldn't be playing with a marquee player, right? Let's keep reading. In particular, the junior player may wish to become an expert sniper in a game, determined from the player's profile. The microtransaction engine may match the junior player with a player that is highly skilled sniper in the game. In this manner, the junior player may be encouraged to make game-related purchases such as a rifle as other item used by a marquee player. So once again, they're pretty much saying they're going to put these low-tier players with higher-tier players so that they want to purchase these items. They want to purchase these in-game microtransactions. Doing so may enhance a level of enjoyment by the player of the game-related purchase, which may encourage future purchases. For example, if a player purchased a particular weapon, the microtransaction may match the player in a gameplay session in which the particular weapon is highly effective, giving a player an impression that the particular weapon was a good choice. This may encourage the player to make future purchases to achieve similar gameplay results. Are you joking right now? Are you joking right now? Are you absolutely joking right now? So not only Are you going to put low tier players with high tier players so that they feel, you know, overwhelmed? They feel like they're not good enough and they have to make your in-game purchases to feel better. But if they make said in-game purchases, you're going to put them up with other lower tier players, putting them in specific modes to where they can shine and where they can, you know, be better than other people, even though their skill level is not better. Because they gave you money, because they paid extra money, they are now given an advantage. I honestly don't know what to say to this, because this is just the most craziest thing in the entire world. Now, Activision has not implemented this system into any of their games, and they say, oh, well, it's just a patent that we did. It's just a patent. It's no big deal. But I'm sorry, most patents have meaning behind them. Most patents have a reason to be done. So imagine you're playing Call of Duty, and you're playing and all they're doing is putting you up against really good players. And the entire time you're just getting, you know, like 110 KDRs, you know, 1 kill, 10 deaths. And you just keep doing this and doing this and doing this because they want you to purchase in-game items. And then all of a sudden you get a good gun. You get a gun that's, you know, unavailable for other people, but you can purchase it with in-game money. And then they put you against a bunch of scrubs. So now you're the person taking advantage of the little person. This is literally like video game bullying for money. Like, you pay us money and you could be a video game bully and you could just run over people and destroy people because you gave us money, and now you are a better player for it and you are the best. Like, this is insanity. This is insanity. If you didn't want to do anything with the patent, you wouldn't have filed the patent. You would not have gone through the process of writing this up, drafting this up, and then implementing it and, you know, forwarding it off to the patent office and then waiting to get approved. You would have just scratched it from the board. But now it's approved. Now you can literally do this. You have put an approval on microtransactions, but not just any microtransactions. Not just, you know, a different color for your character or something for 99 cents or a different outfit, but literally giving players an advantage for paying you money. That is disgusting, Activision. That is the most disgusting and vile thing I have ever heard in the history of gaming. The fact that you now have the power to do this, you now have the legal power to do this via this patent, is shocking. It is shocking and it is mind-blowing. And the fact that, you know, I feel like this situation got overlooked because of the Star Wars and the EA situation, but this is way worse. This is a whole nother level of disgusting and vileness. Activision, I don't want to support any Activision products anymore. I try not to buy Activision products just because a lot of them don't interest me. But now I'm on like a moral high horse with these guys because this is just insanity. This is absolute insanity. They are trying to literally ruin online gaming because, you know what? If this actually works, if they implement this into a game and it actually works, this will pretty much ruin online gaming because, you know, other companies will try it out. You know, EA is just chomping at the bit. They're like, well, if Activision can get away with it, maybe we can too. And you want a lightsaber in a Star Wars game? Oh, that'll be $2.99. It's infuriating. It's disgusting. Activision, you are the lowest on the low of the totem pole. If these game costs are costing you so much money that you literally need to screw over players and demand more money for them to even stand a chance in your games, maybe you should just lower your development costs of your games. Maybe you shouldn't crap out a Call of Duty every year. Maybe you should take time to refine your games and make people actually want to go out there and buy these games instead of regurgitating the same thing every year. But no, we'll just do a patent instead and screw over players that want to play and enjoy this game because they didn't give us money. You don't want to give us money? You don't get to enjoy this game. And man, I don't know what to say about this. So let me know in the comments section down below what you think about this situation. I will have a link to the actual patent in the description box so you can read further. There's more disgusting things in there, but these are sort of the highlights of the patent in my opinion, because it's just so vile and scummy that this actually got approved and now can be implemented in an Activision game. So Destiny 3, the next Call of Duty, expect to be dropping lots of money to get those cool guns so that you can keep up with the marquee players. You can go to hell, Activision. You can go to hell. All right, thanks for checking out this video. I don't really know how to end it. I'm kind of mad. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video around. We will not be, you know, allow these injustices, these disgusting things to happen. And I'll catch you guys next time. Later. RGT!